inviting me and also for staging this meeting. I think it's just fantastic that we do have this opportunity for everyone to come together and express their real, genuinely felt concerns about some of these proposals. The thing that I find absolutely just most striking from the looking at this over the last week and also the presentation that Dave has just done is just how this isn't being driven by some kind of rational, sensible assessment of what the local needs are and what our housing needs in this area are going to be. It's being completely driven by government central targets, completely crackpot targets that they probably plucked out of the sky somewhere. And it's being pushed forward by an unelected regional assembly, the South West Regional Assembly. And they're driving it through under the auspices of this, a regional spatial strategy, the so-called spatial strategy. It sounds like something from a different planet, and probably it is. I think the other thing, just to bear in mind, is just a huge scale of what's being talked about here. I mean, someone told me today that in the whole Camborne, Poole, Redruth area, we've only got at the moment about 18,000 homes. So to have like another 9 or 11,000, that's a huge uplift in the housing in this area. It's an increase of 2/3 in actually a relatively short space of time. And I agree very much with what Stuart was saying earlier, that what you need to do to regenerate this area is attract new industries, new technologies, new businesses that provide prosperity and jobs and employment. That's stage one. And there is some good work being done by sort of CPR at the moment to attract some new businesses to the area, particularly around Poole. And we should welcome that. But that's how you regenerate an area. And when it comes to the numbers of houses that you need, you then step back and say, and how many houses do we need? What sort of increase in population might that regeneration cause? And then you decide how many more houses you need. So I just wanted to say, I mean, we've got a very clear position on this in the Conservative Party. The first is that this is being driven by these regional assemblies. So we're going to just abolish them, just get rid of these regional assemblies. They're unelected, they're unaccountable. It was a sort of mad idea dreamt up a few years ago that you'd have regional government and regional assemblies. And it's not worked. The people don't want it. And it's not the right way to go forward. So we're going to abolish those. The second thing we're going to do is with that, abolish these regional spatial strategies. They will go. We will abolish those regional spatial strategies. But there's a third thing that's important as well, and that is that some of you will be thinking, well, all this is going to be rammed through in the next sort of year, 18 months. We heard the timescale that Dave gave us, which is as a consultation period that's going to run up probably till sort of next June. So what we're actually going to do is to give local authorities, local councils, the ability to revise their area plans and to reopen this and look at this again properly. Because it's just not right the way it's being sort of rammed through. And the reason I think that this is just so important is, so the first slide that Dave put up, you can see where we all sit on this sort of pecking order. There's this sort of arrows coming down and we're all at the bottom. And that's got to change. And I know people have expressed concerns about MPs. Stuart's point about them saying they can't do planning. Let me just clear that up. It's very important, this. What an MP won't do is step in on an individual planning case. If someone can't get a bungalow and they're a friend or they ask for help, there is a dividing line where you say that's an issue for local government and councils. And on individual cases like that, then MPs won't get involved as a general rule. But this is very different. And I can tell you the Conservatives will get involved, and we've got a very clear policy, because this is about a regional spatial strategy that's imposed from central government. So it's absolutely right for politicians to get involved. And I'm afraid, and if the local MPs, I don't know the position, but if they're stepping back from this, it's because they're using it as an excuse. They can get involved. They should get involved. I mean, I think probably what's happened, because Matthew Taylor came up with this stupid idea, the rest of the Lib Dem MPs down here are probably compromised and feel they can't criticise it. And they've got themselves in a mess, frankly. But beyond no doubt, we will abolish the regional assemblies. We'll abolish these spatial strategies. And we will give local councils the ability to reopen the book on this and have another look at these again. And I think that's really important because people are just sick of being bossed around and told what to do. And we've got to sort of turn the tables and make sure that we're not at the bottom of that list, but we're at the top. Okay, thanks.